Oh, yes. It is 2:24. Yeah, I just got here a few minutes ago. I was thinking of that email that I had sent, well, probably somewhere around 1,600 of them. I really stopped using my Gmail accounts considering they clip all the emails that I send. It's almost like Gmail thinks that once you send something that you wouldn't include something new in the email and then forward it to those that you had already emailed. They kind of expect that each person will write a new email every time they communicate. Coach, I just wondered how many emails are clipped since you decided to upgrade your email service. Yes. Now, I'm a little concerned because I'm talking about child abduction, yes, kidnapping, and violating state and federal laws as well as international laws and the International Hague Conventions, yes. Then there are the United Nations laws, the organic acts of the territories and possessions of the United States. And I know Alphabet is a big corporation, okay? They've got billions upon billions of dollars they can spend in legal fees. But when you're communicating with law enforcement and those that are oaths of office and those that are attorneys, judges, and justices, and you find out some new information that you do know actually pertains to the information that you had provided to them the previous 2, 3, 4 days, yes. Sometimes for an individual that receives an email from a previous day's email to be able to really look back at exactly what was said. In fact, I myself did read the email that I did send, that screen print, yes, about what is the reasonable disciplining of a child? And I didn't see spanking in there. Now, the transient pain, yes, no permanent marks, poop. I think spanking for destruction of property is within what is reasonable considering the age of the individual. Yes, 4.5 years old, pouch. And I'm a little concerned that every time a corporation decides for those that use their product, yes, they might not understand the importance of having the documentation from the previous day or 2 days or 3 days. Yes. Now I know when I uploaded the email that I sent to my Yahoo account, yeah, it was about 4 MB. Are you running short on the amount of server space in your servers for the Gmail accounts that you have? It could be that Eric Schmidt, as a shareholder of Alphabet, could you get me the actual shareholders when you changed your name from Google to Alphabet and you decided to have subsidiaries? I'd like to know the top 10,000 individuals that have the greatest percentage of Alphabet as a corporation. Let's say you're one of these institutional investors, mutual funds, yes, private pension plans. Just give me the top 100,000 shareholders of both Google and Alphabet. Yes. And their percentage of ownership, poo. Now, you would think that when I'm communicating with those that have the legal liability for the enforcement of the laws, and you decided to close my YouTube account, you said that within 3 days I had violated the YouTube community standards. Yes. And then yesterday I kind of mentioned that there are some people that derive some real income from the use of YouTube. Pooh, pooh, pooh. Maybe the shareholders of Google. What is your current share price? Why don't you get me all the individuals that had invested in the IPO known as Google? Yes. When you first offered those Gmail accounts. And then just get me all the individuals that have the greatest amount, 100,000 of those that have the greatest percentage of ownership of Alphabet. Somehow I don't think the corporation is protecting its shareholders. Now I know I would have liked to send some additional emails, but considering the length of the email that I was sending today, I realized it would have gotten clipped, and when you clip my emails so that I can't include certain laws or screen prints that have something to do with the enforcement of child abduction laws, it could be that as a corporation you're complicit in or accessory to international child abduction. Now, just looking over the Adam Walsh laws, they were revised in 2006, and Jetsetta was not an actual name of an individual. It was a court case where a woman's child was taken. Yes. And eventually they ended up, or the individual, the perpetrator, ended up killing the child. Now, I know when you say that I'm crazy when I'm not, and then corporations are very much aiding and giving comfort to those that are committing child abduction, that are refusing to actually enforce the criminal laws of this state and every state. Now, there was something about failure to enforce the law, refusal to enforce the law, or inability to enforce the law, rendering criminal assistance to a child abductor. Yes. And Gmail as a part of your profit model. You know, why don't you get me the shareholders of Google? There could be a large class action. Now, what arrogant piece of shit doesn't realize that your upgrade, yes, is obstructing my communications as a father to those that have the legal liability for the enforcement of the law, and then your refusal,